Hi there, I am back with another video. Today we're actually going to be taking a look at a mobile phone game. This is All Elite Wrestling Elite General Manager. Now, I am a fan of All Elite Wrestling. I actually attended their first pay-per-view last 2 years ago now. And I'm also a fan of General Manager simulators. When I was a young kid, I got into professional wrestling through my grandmother. We used to watch professional wrestling on Saturday nights. And I ended up picking up some trading cards at a thrift store or something of that nature. And I used to make matches with the trading cards for different wrestlers. Barry Horowitz, who, if you were an old school WWE fan, used to lose every match, became my champion at one point because all of my matches were determined by coin flips. So I was kind of a game general manager as far back as a young child. I've played lots of simulations, TNM7, TEW, EWR, to name a few, SmackDown vs. Raw, lots of great games. So I'm excited to check this one out. This one is in beta just this week, and then they'll probably be back in beta again before they launch. But for right now, this is my first look. Right now I have $0. I have sold 0 tickets. I don't really have a profile. It says I'm level 1. I've got a daily login bonus, 50 experience points. That's helpful. Let's click on some things. So we can add gimmicks and emotes. Everything seems to be locked currently in our inventory. We can do matchmaking. We have a campaign. Oh, it's Tony Schiavone. So it says, welcome to All Elite Wrestling. Congratulations, you've been hired as the newest general manager. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. That's an awesome Brody Lee tribute. We're about to kick off another amazing episode of AEW Dynamite. So we're going to click on Career. Looks like we had a last-minute card change, and we need a new opening contest. Here's your first test as a general manager. So we need to build a singles match with Kenny Omega. Now, that's not hard to do. And our reward is going to be based on experience. So we'll hit play here. So we need to book one of the wrestlers from the roster to fight in this match. So it looks like the match is already going to be against Jon Moxley. And we're just going to select Kenny Omega to fill that slot. It says Kenny is likely to win. Again, pretty accurate, right? Let's go ahead and simulate the show. So hit the bell, hit ready. Oh wow, one-winged angel already. That was very early. Okay, so that was a pretty quick match. Kenny Omega did win. We got a 3-star rating. Wonder if we can get 4 or 5 stars. I don't know what 191 means, but we got 19,522 fans. We raised $84,000. That's not bad. So let's see what our objectives show. So we knocked that one out of the park. 100%. Alright. You're a natural at this. Awesome. So close that. Let's see what we do next. 2 singles matches for AEW Dynamite. Tonight's show needs to highlight both our women's and men's division. If you ever need to check your objectives, you can click on this button right here. And we need to schedule Nyla Rose and Santana and MJF in competition. Well, if it's Santana and MJF in a 1v1, that's already the match, right? Okay, so let's see. So we're going to have, it looks like Big Swole versus Nyla Rose. Now keep in mind, this is just a tutorial. I would have liked to have had a little bit more choice in the tutorial, though. So we've got those 2 matches scheduled. And this is pretty intuitive so far. And we've got match number 1 and match number 2 ready to go. We're going to hit ready. We're going to see these 2 matches. This does look like the set and the ring from AEW Dynamite. Wow. These graphics, though, for the finishing moves are outstanding. And it looks like Santana just told MJF that he's better than him, and he knows it. Pretty massive jump there. 200,000 increase. Says we're doing great. Thanks, Tony. Be sure to book the matchups with the competitors in the same division. That, of course, makes sense. So manage our money correctly. Let's spend some of that hard-earned cash to recruit some new talents. You can sign 2 wrestlers and book them for a match. Remember to be mindful of how much money you have. So we're going to sign 2 wrestlers. Yes, Chris Jericho is of course more expensive than other wrestlers. We want to select a less expensive wrestler. That's funny. So we will pick Chuck Taylor for sure. It's a good choice. It's going to be Chuck Taylor. I don't think I actually signed Joey Janela, but I'm cool with that. Maybe he's just on a handshake deal or something. And Chuck Taylor wins. He's got some nice pyro. That's an awesome effect. Alright, so you've got the basics down. Do you have what it takes to book a hard-hitting episode of AEW Dynamite? Let's find out. Oh, nice! Excalibur's about to tell us about wrestler attributes. Well, let's discuss... Oh! Taz, just like on AEW Dark, has interrupted Excalibur. No one is more qualified to talk about the intricacies of wrestler attributes than myself. Open up your roster to see the wrestlers. And somehow we've signed Chris Jericho. That's awesome. So they've got strength, speed, and popularity. Popularity is kind of key when it comes to booking matches. So we're going to tap here to close. It's kind of obvious that we're going to be going with Jericho. Wow. Maybe it's not so obvious. I wanted to go with Jericho versus Cassidy, and I think I'm still going to do just that. And Jericho with the not really surprising win here. How did it do? It brought in 104,000 fans. Yes, of course it was tremendous, Taz. I learned from the best, you. But I only got 1 star. So their stamina went down to 91% instead of 100. And yes, we will absolutely be mindful of stamina as we continue to book matches. So in our next match here, I forgot to click on the little clipboard, so that it just wants us to schedule 2 1v1 matches. That's great. So we're going to do Matt Jackson against Nick Jackson in the Battle of the Young Bucks. Something that hasn't happened on Dynamite, I don't think. It's happened on Being the Elite. Matt Jackson with the win. Still just 1 star, which is interesting. Oh, now we're going to throw it backstage to Alex Marvez. Okay. also competitive edge via morale. So yeah, of course, if the wrestler is booked favorably from week to week, the morale will increase. If they're not, it will decrease. This is all pretty normal. So let's see here. So now we're going to have... Let's do Jericho against Matt, since they were the two winners in the previous two matches. Matt Jackson with a big win over Chris Jericho. Only got us 22,000 fans. It's interesting. Many wrestlers have perks, which will give them bonuses in certain conditions. If you have the tag team perk, you're going to perform well in tag team matches. Obviously, that would be the case with the Young Bucks. So we're going to have 2 tag teams booked. Alright. So, again, we will have the Young Bucks now against Jericho and Cassidy. So we can skip the show or skip the match. I don't want to do either of those things. Oh, nice tag. I like the little tag icon. And Cassidy and Jericho win. We get 2 stars. Pretty big match over the Young Bucks. And our scenario has finished. Done well up to this point. Let's reward you for your efforts. Okay, let's open this box. And we got a little bit of the bubbly. And some 2% milk. Awesome. And Sue's van. This is awesome. These are great gimmicks. And a forklift. And a truck. So you get more customizations as you improve as general manager. That is sweet. I love these gimmicks. These are great. Match formats have different costs and effects on your show. Some even have bonuses. Choose your match formats wisely if you want to book the best show week after week. Clicking on match types. Right now, we just have a singles match. That's the only choice we have. Alright, so let's book this singles match. It looks like it's going to be between current AEW champion Kenny Omega and Luchasaurus. This would actually be a really good match to see in person. I think AEW is going back on the road next month, so hopefully they will come out here. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. Hopefully they'll get here sometime this year or early next year. Another one-winged angel for the win. Only 1 star? It's disappointing, I think. I'm not even sure if it's disappointing. We only have 1 match. Kind of hard to go higher than 1 star. Alright, let's discuss gimmicks. Gimmicks are weapons and items that impact the outcome of matches. So let's do that. So we're going to assign a gimmick. And it's going to be a chain. And just like that, the gimmick turned the tide in the match. Jake Hager actually ended up winning. And we gained a lot of fans for that one, 123,000. That was a good match. Another box to open. We got that chain gimmick, awesome. Hitting it out of the park these past few weeks. Let's see what you can do over the next 2 weeks. Okay, so we're going to have a 4-way match. Awesome. So let's see. If I click on... Get rid of this, and let's click on match types. It looks like I don't have a choice. So we're just scheduling a 4-way match. There's only 4 competitors. We got Jericho, Omega, MJF, and Santana. We got Santana with a win. It's kind of a surprising victory. 2 stars, 246,000 fans game. That's awesome. We have an injury. Let's check in with Doc Sampson. Oh no, both Kenny and MJF have sustained injuries, so they're going to be out for next week. That's super unfortunate. Now it says schedule Santana and Jericho in a match and get Kenny Omega's status to at least normal. Alright, so we can do Santana and Jericho because they're the 2 that we can have in a match right now. Jericho with a win. Lost some fans on that match. They're getting tired of that same match over and over. Kenny and MJF are cleared for in-ring work. We did it. Looks like we're doing another 4-way. Go ahead and book that 4-way match. Jericho with a win in that one. Got back the fans we lost last week while they were resting. And already we're at level 5. We've been playing, what, 20 minutes or so? Great wrestling shows aren't just in back-to-back matches. The best wrestling show also has feature segments to further storylines. I agree. Choose segments and then assign either wrestlers or a match segment. Okay, so let's do a segment. We're going to have a backstage pull-apart. Okay. I think that'll work. Let's try it out. Wow, the boys from Winnipeg against the Young Bucks. Got 225,000 fans from that one, thanks to the backstage pull apart being added to the match. And Mr. Shivani has let me know that I have got all the basics down, and it's time for me to take over the reins as general manager of AEW Dynamite. Sign some wrestlers, set up some matches, and achieve a 5-star show. So that's it. That's the tutorial from AEW Elite General Manager. Now, of course, a couple of caveats. This game is in early beta. There's probably going to be another beta before it goes live, but I am excited to jump in, sign a roster, and get started. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and play some games. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.